Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back or welcome to The Hawk and I. My name is Lana Zelensky, and I work in the spirit dimensions. As always, in all my live feeds or on my videos, simply take what resonates, and you're welcome to leave the rest right here. How are we today? It is a glorious Wednesday. Man, the energy this week has been all over the map. And I say that with a chuckle because it's been quite an interesting. Good morning, Travis. I see you coming in. It's been an interesting week so far, and it's only Wednesday. The energy has been a little bit of a yo-yo since we last met up. Good to see you. Sure has, says Shannon. Yeah, we've got a lot of energy moving through. And I had to ground myself a little bit extra yesterday. I had to like, okay, time out. I just need to pause and get myself kind of back into an alignment. And it doesn't feel bad. It's just like this busy, high paced, up and down, a lot of emotions, a lot of transformations, some lack of sleep. It's just been kind of like this is kind of how it's felt. Good morning. Look at all you all coming in. I won't be on long this morning. I'm going to jump right into what Spirit said. It's a little bit different this morning than usual with the usual energy updates. It's more of what Spirit said. So I'm going to talk about what Spirit said. I'm going to try and grab a couple questions this morning, but I do have in-person sessions all day today, and I'm very grateful. I love my in-person sessions. I love my Zoom sessions too, but it's a glorious day for me with lots of sessions. So what Spirit said to me this morning, and what else was interesting was I had some guides join me that I haven't quite seen in a while. It's been a long time, like I think like 10 years since I've seen one of them show up and have a chat with me. But what Spirit talked to me about was feeling satisfied, and that whole satisfaction in how we don't lean in there and feel that word, that vibration, enough. And I went, ooh. Yeah, like we tend to be grateful. We tend to be able to pick out what's not going well. We tend to be able to pick out things that we don't like, but we're not leaning into enough of the satisfied feeling. And when you truly sit in that, just think for a moment. When was the last time you truly felt satisfied? I'm really satisfied with that. I'm feeling so satisfied. And now when we kind of pick that apart a little bit, I said to Spirit, well, there's a lot that's kind of like off the charts, out of alignment right now in the physical world. And Spirit pushed me back into my immediate world, my little space, my little heart space, my little energy field, and said, is there anything that you can really sit in and say, satisfied? Right. And we don't have to always go over to the big picture. And I went, ooh, yes. What about the smaller pictures? What about the smaller spaces, the simple stuff, right? And what it does come into that whole simplicity piece, and I felt that because we all tend to want complicate or look at the bigger picture. And when Spirit said, just be satisfied, so I'll be honest. I'll be really really honest. I am honest with you guys always. I struggled for a minute. And I'm like, well, I am satisfied with that. And Spirit said, no, feel it. And when I struggled to feel it, my spirit guide grabbed me by the hand and said, let's go outside. And just so I stood on my little wee deck, and I have a very small deck. I have a smaller yard. And I just looked around and I seen this little robin. And I watched this little robin pluck a worm out of the ground, and swallow it pretty much whole. And Spirit literally said to me, do you feel that satisfaction in the robin? Not worried about when the next worm is coming, not worried about, what the next hour is gonna hold for him. Purely satisfied in that moment with that worm. And I said, okay. So then Spirit said, brought my awareness to my feet. Are you satisfied with your little deck, or are you wanting a bigger deck? And I'm like, well, I would love a bigger deck, but feel satisfied in that smaller deck. Just feel that satisfaction for a moment. And as I kind of navigated through that, I just had this aha moment that I don't sit in that feeling of satisfaction, even just the small things. And I thought, okay, I'm going to start being small with the small little pieces of really being satisfied. Yes, we always want more. I get it. I understand it. But when we go through that feeling of and it does lean into gratitude 100%. I can hear some of you, well, that's gratitude. Yes, it is. I'm grateful for it. But satisfied, is it enough? Or are we always leaning into it's not enough? It's not enough. It's not enough. And I think we do, myself included. I'm going to throw myself under this bus as well. When you feel truly satisfied with the smallest things, it does level up a shift in that how grateful we are. And I know it's a very simple topic, but when you really pick it apart, try and pick that word apart a little bit with satisfaction. Are you satisfied, or are we constantly trying to improve it? So then I kind of shifted a little bit into the whole self-care piece. And we're never truly satisfied with ourselves, right? We're always with what's next, or I'm not growing fast enough, or this isn't happening fast enough. And yes, satisfaction doesn't mean that there's a ceiling there where, okay, I'm satisfied with where I'm at, but I'm satisfied with my progress. I'm satisfied with how I'm learning. I'm satisfied with the work that I'm doing. It has a very, very different feeling. And when I had guides come to me that I haven't seen in a very long time, when I have that, I listen up at an even higher level, because there's a reason there. And whether it be personal or whether it be collective to share here with the community, there's just this reason that I couldn't shift out of it. And I'll be honest with you, I leaned over a bit with, well, give me the energy update. Give me something else. And spirit kept pushing me back into this feeling of satisfied. Are some things truly never enough for you? Right, and that's the big thing. Is it never enough, or can you find one thing to be satisfied with? If it's one little thing, start there. That's where I'm going to start. I'm going to work on today feeling really satisfied with where I am, and bringing that into my growth with. And that doesn't mean that there's no more continuing of the growth, but I'm going to work on feeling that satisfied. Right? Because when I can feel satisfied, then I can allow myself to say, okay, I'm ready to go up now. I'm ready to grow up now. I'm ready to expand. Right? Because I'm always with that satisfied. Then spirit showed me the manifestation energy. And when we work on our manifestations, think about this. We're never happy until our full manifestation comes. And I literally dropped my jaw. My jaw literally went during my meditation. And we pick apart what's not happening yet, and we're not satisfied with some of the manifestations, and some of that. And then I just felt the gratitude start to expand within, and I had this old ha ha moment with me with spirit is so right. We're always nitpicking at what's not right. That's not right. That's not right. My hair's not right. This isn't right. And we're never truly satisfied. And when we feel that satisfaction, try it, because I tried it very briefly in between my meditation and coming down here. When we just practice it, I practiced it for probably 3 minutes, and I had my own aha moments. Take a moment today to feel satisfied with something. As hard as that may be, to say I'm satisfied. That's enough for me. I'm sad, even if it's something as small as I'm satisfied with my hair. I'm satisfied with my jewelry. Just feel that satisfaction energy, because I had an incredible aha moment myself with it, and I'm going to implement that into some of my spiritual practices. I'm just going to acknowledge it. I'm just going to acknowledge the feeling of satisfaction. Okay, because I have very limited time, I'm not gonna rant too much more on the satisfaction, but I do hope that some of you will give that a little bit of a try. Or at the end of your day, I'm satisfied. I did enough today. I'm satisfied with my efforts today, right? I gave it my best, because when you think about it, most of us are truly giving it our best. Like, we don't go through the day and say, "Well, I'm not going to try it all today." We truly are trying. So be satisfied that you're trying, even just those little wee things, it helps lift off that feeling of not enough. All right, let's go grab some questions here. Oh, it's good to see all of you coming in. Um, a lot of you are agreeing with the energy being all over this week. Yeah, the emotions are crazy. Energy is crazy. It's been a lot of up and down. We are in a full moon as well, as quite a few shifts and transformation, and that can bring us into a little bit of that chaotic energy. I like to calm the chaos when energy gets crazy. I like to calm the chaos. So I will head to meditation. I will head for a walk. I will head for breathing. Animals do it for me. Animals kind of calm down that energy for me. So I spend as much time as I can stepping out of that chaos. Kayla, probably last year, it's been a long time for me. The physical world is hectic, but we also feed the hecticness. We also participate at that really high hectic vibration. Yes, the world is crazy. Yes, everybody is busy, but I firmly believe we all have a few minutes a day to say, I have to step out of this hecticness and just let my spiritual gas tank fuel up. Because what we participate in, if we're going to continue to participate in it all the time, it affects our energy at a very interesting in a very interesting way. Aaron, I agree with Fran. Emotions have been all over the place. When I zoom in, I feel satisfied with my humans, with a conversation, with a crochet project. I love it. I love it. Emma, hi, Lana. I'm currently going through a miscarriage. It's the hardest thing I've ever done. Any messages from angels, maybe even my angel baby? Emma, first of all, I want to say to you that this community and myself is holding you in love and light. And many of us can feel your sadness, and many of us here can probably understand your sadness, including me, because I have walked that journey as well as many of you have here. Emma, when I lean into that, I just feel, number one, you are so loved. And I feel like I need you to allow the emotions and feeling that. You are so loved. And I also feel like I need to give you permission to grieve. There's not enough conversation surrounding miscarriages. Many women or couples miscarry alone, and it's not acknowledged. And I really feel that giving an acknowledgement, so, and whatever that means to you, if you want to get something physical and symbolic to this pregnancy, to this little soul, and just kind of give yourself some closure, a little mini ceremony by yourself or with people that you love. And I feel like we don't give enough acknowledgement to that. There's very little support. There's not always an understanding with the feelings that go there from a spiritual perspective. And I'm starting to see a lot of little floaters of orbs. So I'd like you to watch for little orbs, because I feel you're going to get a lot of contact from that little soul, from that little angel baby with floating colors. I can see they're literally floating in my awareness. So just watch. Just remember that I said it on your camera. And if you get like a flicker in behind you, remember that I said it. One thing that I want to talk about, and I'll just spend a brief moment here with you, Emma, on it, is when it comes to the soul's journey, some souls literally only needed that moment for their own soul expansion. And we don't often understand that with the soul's journey. I also feel that energy from that little angel baby is going to be connecting with you for a very, very, very long time. You're going to have that feeling. You're going to have that soul connection. You're going to have that awareness that this little soul was with me, even though it didn't fully physically develop into the physical world. I feel a really strong connection there. I feel like you're gonna like get feelings coming through, or an awareness coming through, because I don't feel it as a disconnect. I feel it as an expansion. Believe it or not, that's how I feel this. I also feel that I have to get you to just kind of breathe. And even though we don't understand so much, and I said this to Spirit, Emma, I'm telling you right now, probably 5,000 times, why? Why? Like, why did this have to happen to me? Why? Like, there's a whole lot of whys that we don't have answers for. And some of those answers we do know, and some of those answers we won't get until we cross over. Now, I talked on my YouTube channel about my own experience with my own death. During two surgeries that didn't go great. And when I went over to the spirit dimensions, when I had my out of body experience, I went over to the spirit dimensions. The little baby angels that I lost here in the physical world were there. They were part of my soul family. They were there to support me. They were there to hold me. They were there to teach me, and they still work with me even now. And it's been many years since I've lost a baby. And I've got six of them up there. And when I was able to connect with them, and I had that experience that they are still part of me, still part of my journey here, it just gave me a deeper understanding. And I do talk a lot with couples and women that have experienced miscarriages or stillbirths, and I don't hold all the answers, and I will never claim to hold all the answers. But that little soul, that little angel baby, it was meant to connect to you for a brief period of time in the physical world, and that little angel baby will connect to you again. And that gave me so much peace and so much and a deeper understanding. And as hard as a conversation is to have with people, I share that all the time. When I went over there, those six babies were there, and I was like, there you are. And I had this knowing that I just knew that they were part of my experience here in the physical world. Give yourself some time to heal, Emma. Please be patient with yourself. Love yourself through this experience. Tap into your physical body with just love and understanding and patience. And please know, Emma, that we are all here holding you. We are sending you love. We are sending you support. You are supported in all of this. And like I said, it really helped me, and it helped a lot of my clients that come to me when I say, give yourself a little something to remember this little soul by. It just helps us physically, because we are physical beings and we do connect to the physical world, right? So I have memorabilia for each one of my little babies that didn't stay here. So if that resonates with you, if you feel that will help your heart space, try that. And if you feel that that's not something that you want to do, that's okay too. I'm just sharing what's helped many people, including myself. Much love to you, Miss Emma. Um, Good to see. Oh, look at you guys. So thank you for your support, by the way, you guys. It's wonderful. Thank you for your thumbs up. I'm grateful. Danielle's Tarot. Good morning, Lana. It's been a long time I've caught your lives. What does spirit want to tell me at this time? As I was reading that, I felt like your spiritual gas tank, so your energetic gas tank, I felt like I needed to top it up. I felt like I was like, oh, Danielle just needs a little bit of TLC, a little bit of rejuvenation, a little bit of the, and I feel like it's creative juice is what I have to plug into you. Is giving yourself time to kind of, and I'm getting the word like freelance, just like wander around for an hour, like just like with no plan, nowhere to go, no expectations, just and being satisfied in that. I just need to get you to wander around. I feel like I got to freelance energetically. Try a different book that you may not have thought you may have an interest in, or get to a new forest. Or I just felt like I had to freelance a little bit there, Danielle. I just feel like it's just going to fill you right up energetically, and I feel like I just need to really big breath in and almost animatedly let it out, like with that like that letting go and that creativeness and just getting those juice flowings. Look at all of you guys sending so much love to Emma. I love that so much. I love this community so much. I say it almost every live, but it's so true. Okay, I read that. Tamara's, good to see you here. Tamara's, oh gosh, I don't remember when I felt satisfied. See, that's it. And I didn't either, Tamers. I was like, I don't think I felt grateful. I have felt, so much love in my heart. But when it came to, can I really say I am so satisfied, right? And bringing that spunk into it, bringing that spunk into that satisfaction, right? Um, I guess on small scale, anytime I'm with my people, my family and fur fam, just try it, you guys. Just try feeling, even if it's something as simple as when you're drinking your water and you're like, when you're thirsty and you're like satisfied, your quench of thirst. Just kind of tap into that. I'm going to be working on that probably for several weeks, with that feeling, because I think we do lean into not being satisfied. Everything is wrong, right? Like, I mean, there's a lot of that, and I think we forget about the satisfied with where we are today, right? All right. Um, I think my guardian angel Elizabeth is trying to communicate something to me through a lot of signs, but I'm not sure what she's trying to say. Have you been questioning the path? I feel like as I was reading that, I seen direction. You're heading in the right direction. So have you been questioning something direction wise? Am I going in the right direction? Am I doing something right? I feel like that's what she's trying to show you, is that you are going in the right direction here. I hope that that resonates there with you. I know there's a lot of you on here today, but I'm not going to be able to get to all your questions and comments. Look, Fran, Emma, June, Google Micro. Oh, look at you. Brought me great comfort. See all the support here. Michaela, Hylana, I hope all is well. Does Spirit have any messages for me? I do love to hear from my dogs. Michaela, I know you know this. Your dogs are always around you. I feel like it's like a surrounding, just surrounding you with that energy of guidance and support. A lot of support from the spirit dimensions, not just from your dogs, but from spirit in general. And I just have to say to you, Michaela, it's that free fall exercise that I talked about before. I've got to get you to free fall into that a little bit more with just that trust. It's just there's not a bottomless pit where we hit trust. Oh, I trust everything. Okay, I just got to get you to free fall a little bit more into that. Trust is something that we're always building, and I just feel I've got to get you. Like, it's coming up to that next step. Um, Thank you, love you. I love you too, darling. I'm glad that that resonated there with you. Aaron, part of my not being satisfied is due to undiagnosed ADHD most of my life, and feeling like I have never kept up. Aaron, so one thing that I really want you to kind of feel in is, and I'll word it to you this way, is, have you always done your best to keep up? Have you, wherever you were standing in life, have you always tried your best from where you were standing? And I think 99.9% of the time we can say, yeah, I was giving it my best. I was trying my best with where I was, with what I knew. And I feel like I've got to just lean into that. That's good enough. I'm satisfied with my best being good enough. Or Aaron, I start really small with the satisfied feeling. It can be, and I know it's going to sound funny, but I'm really satisfied that I've got a blue pen. Just start small with feeling. It doesn't have to be. Sometimes we think everything has to always be huge, right? I'm satisfied that I have a blue pen. It's just the energy that's pulling in the energy. All right, Aaron. Yes, I have done my best. Thank you for reminding me. Much love to you, darling. And sometimes that is the easiest question to ask ourselves, or to remind ourselves. I've done my best, and I say those words every night when I'm getting ready for bed, when I'm brushing my teeth. I remind myself of that. Today was not perfect, but man, I did my best. I truly did. Even with the gong show, even with the emotions, even I was doing my best to process things. I remind myself of that every night. I just acknowledge that I did my best today. All right. I wanted to look up the number 24 in the angel book because today is 24th of the 24th year. So I thought I would have a look of what that angel number meant. All right, so 24 additional angels are surrounding you right now, helping you stay optimistic no matter what is going on around you. The angels know the magical power of faith, and they're releasing any negative thoughts and emotions to give you a clear path for manifestations of your desires. I love that one. And the spirit animal book. My desk is a mess. I'm looking around at my desk here. It's like I might be satisfied when I tidy up this desk. I've got sheets and sheets of channeling. All right, here we go. All right, let's just set our intentions. What do we need to know today as a collective? Prairie dog. Get involved in your immediate community in some way through volunteer work or civic activity. Take some time for yourself, such as a retreat or a day of silence, in order to recharge your batteries and get a fresh look at the situation at hand. Increase the amount of vegetables in your diet or try a vegetarian diet for a few days and note the difference that you feel. You've been pushing too hard in the situation and meeting resistance all the way. So step back from it, give it a rest, and you can get a fresh perspective. Discernment is called for in this situation as to when to push forward and when to retreat. I love that. I love that. The one sentence that's kind of got my focus is, and I'll read it again. You've been pushing too hard in the situation and meeting resistance all the way. So step back from it and give it a rest so you can get a fresh perspective. I like that. I like that. I will be here Friday. Last Friday we did an Ask the Medium Friday. It went very, very well. So I think I'm going to do that again, unless something comes up in spirit that they want me to share. But if you guys want to join me Friday morning at 8:30 and do a Ask the Medium session, I have a little bit of time Friday to hang out with you, so I don't have in person till mid morning. As always, and I'm sorry I didn't get to all the questions today, but I hope you're satisfied with the time that we were on here today. It's just I'm I'm really gonna be working on that myself. It just struck a chord. So I'm gonna be working on that myself with feeling satisfied, right? Even though Lana cut her live short this morning, I'm satisfied that I was here this morning. You see, I just want to be able to I'm gonna play with that a lot. I just want to see how it changes vibrationally and how it helps manifestations. There is nothing harmful in trying some of these things, right? There's nothing harmful. I mean, what harm is going to come if I try and look for reasons to be satisfied, right? It's spiritual growth, and maybe it'll lead me into something, or maybe I'll discover something about myself. I'm going to work on that satisfaction. All right, you guys. Kayla, it's okay, Lana. I'm always satisfied when I'm here with you in our community, no matter how long. Thank you. Love you. I love you. I love all of you too. Um, the support here is incredible. It is incredible. It's just delicious to hang out in your energy. I just love hanging out with you guys. Thanks for loving me. I appreciate all your thumbs up. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your opinions and suggestions. I appreciate you all so much. As always, I'm wishing you love, light, blessings, and have a spirit guided day. Take care.